Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. If you've been following my saga on my return to education, you already know I took 17-year academic gap, so long that my old qualifications were basically ancient relics. I'm talking stone tablet GCSEs. But today we get to the juicy part. How did I get into university nearly 2 decades away from structured learning? No, I didn't bribe anyone. No, I didn't pull a Fresh Prince and switch identities. I did, however, stare at the UCAS website like it were written in Latin for an unreasonable amount of time, shall we say. So, grab your coffee, maybe a comfort snack or two, maybe a pet therapy, and let's talk about how you can go to uni too, even if your last classroom experience involved a blackboard and dial-up internet. Here's what nobody tells you about applying to university later in life. Before you write a personal statement, before you choose a course, you've got to interrogate your soul like it owes you money. Why are you doing this? What lights you up? What are you willing to suffer through, group work for? Because trust me, there are a million degree options out there, and if you don't know your why, you're gonna end up halfway through a criminology course wondering, how did I get here? For me, the moment was realising I'd always been obsessed with the mind, human behaviour, emotions, psychology. I was already that friend that people came to when they thought they were struggling, when they needed support. And then it hit me. Mental health nursing wasn't just an interest. It was a calling, and I'd put it on hold for too long. Once I had that locked in, boom, let's do this. Now on to choosing what university, which is, by the way, overwhelming as hell. So here's the secret: start small. Don't click on every option in the UK. You'll be 400 tabs deep, ranking unis by shade of blue on the homepage. Here's what helped me. Course structure. Does it vibe with how you learn? Maybe it's reputation, not just rankings. How do they treat the students? Flexibility. Are they used to mature students, or do they only cater for 18-year-olds who still call their mum and dad to boil pasta? Support services. Because, spoiler alert, you will need help. And lastly, trust your gut. Seriously, if the university website gives you the same vibes as a red flag X run, here's where I ran into the first big yikes. I didn't have A-levels, but I had life experience, which is a polite way of saying I've been paying bills, changing nappies for a decade. But enter the Access to Healthcare Diploma. It's your mature learner superpower. And universities love it, because it shows you that you can still academically perform, even if your last exam involved a Nokia 3310. And before you ask, no, you don't need a perfect transcript, you just need to show commitment, growth, that you still know how to hit submit on Moodle without having a panic attack. Right, let's do some damage control. Here are a few mistakes I nearly made during the application process. Mistake number 1, applying to only the prestigious universities. Mate, this ain't Hogwarts. You're not trying to impress a sorting hat. Choose unis that actually fit your life. Mistake number 2, downplaying your life experience. Wrong. Talk about your parenting, your work ethic, your volunteering gigs, your dog walking hustle. Nursing is about people, and if you've lived, well, mate, you're already halfway there. Mistake number 3, writing a personal statement like it's a LinkedIn post. This isn't about sounding corporate, it's about being real. If you're passionate, let it show. Cry while writing it if you must. I did. Twice. And then you wait. Honestly, it's the worst part. Worse than referencing, Worse than writing a 4,000 character statement with 7 emotional breakdowns and 3 snack breaks. But eventually, that acceptance email came. And yes, I cried, like ugly cried, because it meant I was going back to education, back to chasing the dream I thought I'd missed. Here's what I want you to know. It's not too late. I know it feels like sometimes it is, like the ship sailed, the deadlines have passed, and everyone else is miles and miles ahead into the career, even. But here's the truth, there's no deadline on becoming the person you were always meant to be, whether you're 25 or 55. The world still needs you, your voice, your heart, your perspective. Late is a myth, which I know my old geography teacher would hate me saying to him. Showing up is what matters. Your experience counts. You might not have a stack of recent exam certifications, but let me tell you, raising kids, surviving hardship, working double shifts, navigating life's curveballs, well, that's experience that teaches empathy, problem solving, time management, and resilience. And guess what? Those are exactly the skills a good nurse needs. Don't discount what you've lived. Use it. The application process is tough, but not impossible. Yes, it'll stretch you. Writing a personal statement after years away from essays might feel like you're being asked to write the next Harry Potter book overnight. But trust me, you can do this. There's support, templates, forums, advisors, and people like me who've done it and want to help you. You don't have to figure it out all alone. And when you click submit, that's a win in itself. You're not behind, you're just on your own timeline. This one's huge. Society loves to tell us that there's a right age for everything. Newsflash, there's not. Some people find their calling at 18, others, like me, realise it after 30, after life taught them who they really are. Just because your path looks different doesn't mean it's wrong. It means it's your path. Look, if there's one thing that I wish I had when I was applying to uni, it's a proper guide that actually explains everything step by step without all the stress. The ultimate guide to applying to university in the UK is designed to make the whole UCAS process way easier. Whether you're a school leaver, mature student, or just try to figure out what the heck you're supposed to do next. Inside you'll find a full breakdown of every stage in the UCAS application. How to write a strong personal statement with real examples, alternative qualifications, mature student advice, and funding options. Also a checklist so you can track your progress without panicking. Download it now and take the stress out of applying. Links in the description. So, if you're on the fence about applying, this is your sign. Do it scared. Do it imperfect. Do it while doubting yourself. But do it anyway. Because if someone like me, who once Googled how to write a personal statement with actual fear in his eyes, can get back into education after 17 years, then I promise you, you can too. Another step in the journey, ready to binge the rest? Hit the playlist on the left for the full It's Not Too Late series. Curious about chaos of actual nursing life? The vlog playlist is here on the right. Subscribe in the middle. It's basically your high five for the future. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay inspired, stay caffeinated, and remember, it's never too late to start.